Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reacts, Reviews and Off Times Reminiscences. This has been lurking on my sort of music to buy. Every now and again I have a sort of a blast through Bandcamp, black metal releases, a very brief flick through the albums on there, and then save future listening to see whether I'm going to buy the whole thing. This is still on the waiting to be listened to fully, mainly because it's only got 2 or 3 sample tracks on and the album's not been released properly. And I never buy these albums pre-release, so I always wait to the end when they're all out, all the songs are on it, before I commit myself. Been bitten before by that, so never again. Anyway, Blodtår, I presume, and what little I've heard of it is we'll keep traditionalists happy. So let's have a listen, shall we? Yes, we shall. Let's go. There's how you start a track, as per my tastes in music. Off to a rambunctious start, and for this form of black metal, drenched in melody, that's the way to do it for me. It's a bit like in a battle scene, gouts of blood pouring down pierced armour. It is a sort of vivid melody, but full of flow. It is gushing melodies. Always gratifying when music that you're already enjoying chucks a couple more logs on the fire, and so it blazes a bit more. So just there we've had a kick in of some further emphasised guitar work, just to counterpoint the melodies a little bit maybe, but this sort of black metal is a sort where you can sit in your armchair, smoking your pipe, happy in the knowledge that although you don't know what's coming, you're not going to be taken by surprise, really. We all like to explore, but we also like to have a little bit of familiarity and something that we can engage with straight away, because the music isn't of the sort that is trying to wrong foot you or take you into new territories. We're firmly standing on familiar ground here, and when it's done like this, then I couldn't be more happy that we are so. So of late I've been sort of geoguessing this music, purposely trying to avoid looking at too much detail on the web page, in particular avoiding where the band comes from. I usually fail abysmally at my peripheral vision must be very good, because normally it sparks in the corner of my eye, but this was one which I tried and guessed as either Norway or Sweden. It's got that Nordic vibe about it, and if I'd have gotten as far into the track upon me flick through as hearing those clean singing accompaniment there, then I would have nailed my hat on the door to say that was either Norway or Sweden. I derive no pleasure from being right. I have to say, it's just a thing that I find interesting to do, and sometimes I can be totally wrong-footed. But what else was I say? Oh yes. So the melody on this track reminds me of occasionally when I don't watch TV, but occasionally when I'm having my breakfast, I'll flick a TV channel on, and if it's on, I quite enjoy watching Snakes in the City, if you've ever seen it. And this reminds me of when the poor bugger that catches these snakes grabs hold of a mamba or a spitting cobra. He's forever sort of having to avoid the strike of the snake. And that's what the lead work here also reminds me of. You've got hold of an aggressive little beastie here, and it's trying to bite you repeatedly. There's another thing I want to say about the guitar, lead guitar, but I've forgotten for now. It'll come to me. remember. So yes, the lead guitar here, sort of, it's more like a narration, more so than the vocals are, because obviously the vocals are in Swedish, I presume, so I can't make head and tail of them. And anyway, in the more sort of extreme parts of metal music, you can't, even if you did understand it, the vocals are probably too growly, shouty, whatever, for you to make out the individual words. So where you've got a bright guitar running through like this, bear in mind I have no interest in the lyrics anyway, so I find the stories in the music rather than the vocals. The lead melodies very often I regard as a narrator, painting the picture for me to glean myself. So yeah, that's what I was going to say. Whether it's worth you waiting for me to say it is a different matter. But hey, let's get got a minute and a half to go. I'm hoping it surges to the end, but I've not heard the end, so we'll see. I suspect it's not going to be a blast to the end. Boo-hoo. So there you go. No, it wasn't a surge to the end, which is where I like it, but that doesn't detract from the fact that 95% of that song grabbed me by the ears and shook me about a bit. And to be fair, it didn't emphasise itself all the way through as a blastathon. There were calmer moments in there, so but it does show I ought to perhaps listen to these tracks a couple of times before before I decide to do a review on them. But then again, although I'm not out of my comfort zone with this sort of music by any stretch of the imagination, I did ought to just let what comes come rather than find things too predictable. Yeah, maybe it's anyway. Looking forward on the basis of this then to the full album, see what it sounds like. Clicky bollocks, catch you all next time, cheerio.